And then first explanation, we remembering the word but forgetting the meanings. Do not attach undue importance to elegant turns of the phrase without making any attempt to analyze the profound meaning of the words. And sometimes there is the word and it's very elegant and looks like, we say it's like a charming word. And also it's like some word is very much like kind of most adjectives. It's wonderful. And when you hear like this, you catch them, but really to not look in the main meaning, profound meaning, then there is something. Like a child gathering flowers, word alone are of the benefit for the mind. It's no benefit for the mind. Like for example, children, when they pick up the flowers, and sometimes they say, this is good, that is good, but really it's like how it's to pick up the flowers. They don't know, just to go through in the middle of the flower, all the flower is to break and to not very good to pick up. And like this, and finally, there's not very much precise or decisive meaning is coming into our mind. And then it's like we say, on the other hand, do not disregard the way in which the teachings are expressed as being used the word and therefore dispensable. It is necessary and to go together, word and the meanings. And also it's like dispensable. For then, even if you grasp profound meaning, you will no longer have the means through which to express it. Word meaning will have lost their connections. And also whatever explanation and the teaching of the Dharma and profound meaning, and we do not to analyze the word and just to focus on the meaning, that is also is not correct, because all the profound meaning is relying on this word by word. And without word, we cannot to figure out or cannot to get the real meaning of the profound teachings. And therefore, word and meaning all the times need to be together, connections. And also it's like, then it's a symbolic teachings. If you remember the teachings without identifying, that is now say, that the different levels, the experience meaning, the real meanings, and the indirect meaning, you will be confused about that the word referred to. This may lead you away from the term Dharma. And remember the teaching without identifying the different levels. Here's the different level. Generally, Buddha's teachings are very, very important two things. The expedient meaning and the real meanings. The provisional teaching and definitive teachings. There's two kind of categorization. That is the very, very symbolic teaching, very important. Why? Because it's like sometimes expedient, provisional teaching is saying very much symbolic. And there is one, I think it's a king. He has one son, and he wanted to become the king quickly. He killed his father, I think also mother, I don't know, but and then is of course afterwards, and he heard that if you kill the father and mother, there is the karma is immediate retributions. You are going to direct to hell. And he's in the throne. He remembered this one is so scaring and so much regret. He's falling down and like this. He's so much sufferings. And then it's like, also he doesn't want to listen to the Buddha's teaching. And then it's like Buddha, he sent one monk nearby there, and you need to recite the suttas. And then the monk said, what I need to recite the suttas. And you can to say it's the best virtues you should to kill your father and mother. You just recite that again and again. And he went to near this king's son and went there and he recited the sutta. And to say it's the best virtues you should to kill your father and mothers. And he heard that, he was very happy. Maybe I done the best virtues because I killed. And then he asked to this monk, where did you get this teaching? Of course, from the Buddha. Really, this is best virtues to kill the father and mother. Buddha said, you need to ask to the Buddhas. And then he was very interested to went to in the Buddha, and what do you mean? And then he slowly teach the father and the mother. It is the kill means the grasping and the attachment. Father of the grasping and the mother of the grasping, or the grasping in the maybe grasping and the clingings. And one is the father, one is the mother. Grasping and clingings, it can make the rebirth, again and again in the samsara. And that is the symbolic to saying, we need to kill the grasping and of course, and the clingings. That is the obvious. If you kill this grasping, disturbing emotion of the grasping and the clingings, then you don't need to reborn in the samsara. But then it's like this kind of, sometimes here is the experience, we can say provisional teachings. Sometimes it's like kind of symbolic.